coming to me. We said these walls could never be breached. We all long for that one thing, a life that's worth living. And tonight there'll be a reckoning. I am ready. Are you with me? And we ride into the limelight, and we shine in our own right, and we'll fight for the good life. They are voices, carry you in the change, carry you in the change. They are voices, carry you in the change, carry you in the change. Should we follow the rules, you and me? I want to beat the system and leash me. We all long for that one thing, a life that's worth living. And tonight there'll be a reckoning. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you with me? And we ride into the limelight, and we shine in our own right, and we'll fight for the good life. They are voices, carry you in the change. They are voices, carry you in the change, carry you in the change.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Thursday night live stream. Star Citizen has eaten quite a few of my loads, cargo runs. I've got heavy losses with Star Citizen, so I'm taking a break. And well, part of the Father's Day thing was to get more DLC for this. Because I remember I need to move my avatar. So now, because of the gift card the kids grabbed me, I modded it, but I have everything that is currently available. So we can really go trucking. But yeah. But also, we have a Lunar and a Hot Rod here in chat. They can hear you guys now.
Hello. What? Where?
I know, right?
Who? What? When? Where? Why?
I've actually managed to successfully mod American Truck. So I can pick up deliveries for like FedEx and UPS and Walmart and shit. Gonna hate it because of that trailer, but you know what? Let's go. Lift truck chassis.
Let's roll.
3-piece.
We owe it to our children to have you arrive safely.
Oh, right. I also forgot about that. My GPS is now Morgan Freeman.
The time has arrived, President Wazer. The world awaits your commands.
No, I am not ashamed of the fact that I grabbed a mod for a Morgan Freeman GPS voice.
In 400
I'm ashamed
meters,
for you.
Turn left. Turn left.
It's Morgan Freeman. Why would you be ashamed of that?
Right?
Needs to be Hugh Jackman
I mean,
or Robin Williams.
the other one I grabbed, which sadly is out of date, so it doesn't work, was Terminator. So it would have been Arnold.
No, needs to be Robin Williams. You missed your turn. You're going over a bridge. Turn left now. Really, Robin? I've seen Bicentennial Man. Get up.
Keep right.
No, I think it needs to be Gary Busey. Why? Why not?
Keep left. And then turn left.
The only thing that kind of sucks is
Turn left.
it doesn't completely do everything. So, like, for instance, when I'm speeding, it's supposed to trigger a voice for it, but that only seems to work with the base game GPS's voices. With this one, it just beeps at me.
They probably don't have a voice line for that, so
yeah.
it just defaults
Yeah.
to making noise.
Yep. Which is unfortunate, because I feel like you could definitely get something, but hey.
Yeah, there are plenty of voice lines out there of Morgan Freeman that would definitely work.
I feel like that can be said for any actor. Honestly.
Keep right. And then exit right. Exit right.
need to go looking for now, though. 'Cause I feel like it would be great. Intense. Piano.
Keep left.
Eh.
Think of the library of movies and that he has.
Keep left.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Yep.
I just figured it out. You know who the GPS needs to be? Sam Elliott.
Yeah. I mean, one of the guys that I was watching before I picked up American Truck Simulator, older content
Keep
creator,
left.
gassy Mexican there. He's got a fuck. What the hell is? It's a very recognizable voice. Like you know it from any TV shows, kind of like. It's not like it wasn't Stranger Things, but it was like a whole paranormal investigation type. Fuck, I'm completely blanking on his name now.
Supernatural?
It was one of those like real life strange things happen investigation type shows, like not.
I don't know. It's not ringing any bells at the moment. I'm sure when you say it, I'll be, oh yeah, that show you're talking about. But yeah.
Now that's bugging me. That's like right bugging me now. Uh, t- 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 Look, that's bugging me now, and I can't think of what it is. And nothing I could think of to search was bringing it up either. I want to say it's like paranormal mysteries or something like that. Like, when something fucking hits your mind, you can't frickin' shake it. And it was one of those shows too that was, don't know if it was necessarily scripted for his bits in between, but if it wasn't, he was very good at the whole kind of like, no, it doesn't seem like it's anything, or is there? Like, I looked into like even urban legends and myths and shit like that. I want to say it was on like Discovery or History or something like that. It's nice to look over a task manager and see a reasonable amount of RAM being used.
I feel like that's just being kind of mean to a game that, you know, has issues.
I mean, it is a bit of a jab, yes. But in what age does... Are you fucking kidding me, jackass? You drove into my trailer. Getting me dinged for you hitting me. And what stretch of the imagination does Star Citizen need to use like 40 gigabytes worth of RAM? Because my computer was using 50 gigabytes of my 64 gigs of RAM.
Keep left.
At an idle, I'm usually around 10, 11 gigs. How's space trucking going, Winter?
Yeah, I'm going good. Hauling my usual scrap.
Son of a bitch, they want me to weigh in. Oh, this is, I think.
Keep left. And then
I don't blame him
exit
for
left.
wanting you to weigh in.
But also had to be remember that this one also is missing a
Exit
recalculating
left.
voice clip. It just chirps at me too when it's recalculating. I feel like that one wouldn't be hard to find. And is it bad, Hot Rod talking about getting a foldable chair or temporary once the desks are in? All my mind can picture is like a $20 fabric fold-up chair from like Walmart with a cup holder.
When I heard Hot Rod say cheap, yeah, cheap chair, I was thinking one of those beat up white chairs. that
All
you
the
used to
plastic
see out-
white patio chairs. That
But, you know, the ones that you would get from a yard sale, you know, the ones that have a couple chips out of it. and
Oh,
have really seen
God.
better days.
the ones that you know you lift, you go to lean to fart and a leg breaks on you and you fall over. Yeah.
Or you hear the plastic cracking as you're trying to sit
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that they don't have their stuff, I was you could have just built a computer chair and desk out of boxes from all the stuff when they moved. But they don't have the
I-
boxes left yet.
No, yeah. Well, what's funny is you say that is I actually kept the
Keep
box
right.
from the chair
And then
for my
turn
desk,
right.
and I use it as coffee table / ottoman.
Turn right.
It's just the right height for the chairs that I have.
Keep left.
I just kind of remember like the back to school commercials kind of targeted at like college students. How they would have like
Keep right.
in the commercial
And
the
then
parents would
turn
come
right.
over and it's just all their furniture is the boxes just with a
Turn
blanket
right.
over it.
Oh, I remember one commercial where they advertised that, and it was like every piece of
Keep right.
furniture was made out of
And
a
then
cardboard box.
turn right.
Was
And
just
it was hilarious.
cardboard boxes put together with a blanket
Turn
over
right.
top. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I remember that commercial.
Keep left.
The funnier part is I don't remember really what the commercial was about. I think it was like back to school sales. But it's just the part of they made furniture out of all the boxes.
Yeah, they advertised it as back to school sale that for like the college student that's pinching pennies or something like
Yeah.
that. It was funny.
The funnier part of that is like these things like Nvidia and stuff like that, and they'll just have like their top end GPU boxes all stacked together as a throne and shit. And it's like, that reminds me of that commercial. Don't think that's what they were trying to inspire.
Probably not.
here's $100,000 throne you have made because you bought 100, actually probably more like 1,000 RTX 4090 Ti, so you could have the box to build this throne to flex on your friends.
Oh no, don't you dare tell me that this fucked up. Lunar, I might need to pick up.
It's Star
What?
Citizen, so it might have fucked up.
What happened?
My ship's fucking
Keep left.
stuck.
Oh god.
Have you tried cycling your quantum? Essentially, I am asking if you have turned it off and back on again.
Yeah, it's not. I'm landed, but it's not wanting me to. It's not letting me get up in the air again.
Are your thrusters on?
Yes.
Hit
you-
I.
I mean, to be fair,
Keep left.
the Hull A, I have a hell of a time getting off landing pads.
Yeah, landing pads, you kind of stick to them.
Yeah, this stuck.
Are you clipped into the landing pad at all?
Probably.
Get out and look around or use third person. So F4 and then hold Z. Wait,
Make sure my damn helmet's on so that I can get out because I'm in fucking space on a space landing pad.
quite often when I'm trying to take off, especially if I just picked up a load with my Hull A, I have to turn on the thrusters, get them to open the doors, activate quantum, let that charge, and that's
No,
sometimes...
Stop fucking flying, you retard. I'm flying away from the fucking ship. Okay.
Welcome to Star Citizen.
They need to fix a lot of these fucking bugs.
A lot of that is server jank.
Well,
Yeah.
they need to fix the server jank.
Alright, you need to pick up.
Oh yeah.
It's not going that I'm clipped, but I'm trying to find this fucking package I need to deliver.
If you're. Is it a pad that you call ships on, or is it just a landing pad?
Just a landing pad.
Okay.
It says collect boxes. I'm here at the station. There are no fucking boxes.
Carrier scream.
There's a
Oh.
red.
Yeah, you could have to go to the terminal thing.
Yeah, there's a terminal and there's a red, almost looks like a storage container. It is big. Looks like a vending machine almost, and that's where you pick up your packages.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything like that around.
Is there any buildings nearby?
Like it's a giant space station, but it looks like the station got blown up.
Oh, you're at that space station.
sleep.
Oh, am I gonna have to fucking navigate a maze to find this thing and then get out?
You're not gonna let me fucking rest here. Another reason why I hate these types of loads. Woo! I will be honest, I do not bother with in Star Citizen those courier type missions because I can never find the packages. I can't even usually find where I gotta go to get the fucking packages because it'll tell me one location. I'll be like, yeah, but you're like gotta go way over there. I gave up on them basically because I was one of the. Well, with your little fighter, go try doing these. Nope.
Their delivery missions in this is the farthest thing from fucking delivery I have ever seen. This is search and retrieve.
Keep left.
Yeah. Pretty much. Honestly think you probably will enjoy mercenary work the best.
Oh yeah.
You're probably not gonna make as much as fast, but it's a lot more engaging gameplay.
Yep.
don't get me wrong, I do like courier jobs and everything, but this irritates the. Please tell me this is it.
You will probably like courier jobs in the same way me and Lunar do the courier jobs of you learn the map,
I
you
found both
learn
packages. Oh yeah.
but you'll
Now it's
probably-
just Lunar. I could use a pickup to go and deliver these.
it's one of those things where me and Lunar, we do more like courier missions in the sense of we're space truckers.
We're one of the
We show up at a place, go, yeah, give me that, load my ship up, deliver it over here. Okay, pay me. We don't bother with no stupid little packages. So you gotta try to figure out where the fuck someone stuck them.
So is your ship still foobarred?
I'm gonna try to get it up.
Resisting. Joke.
I didn't have the soundboard ready. Did not have the soundboard ready.
So next time I'm on a place like this, remember, do not land.
Do not use
Stay
the
in
pad.
the air.
Yeah, okay.
And
See-
do not land on pads.
Yeah, I'm stuck
Keep
on
left.
the pad.
I've even had times with the Hull A
Keep
where
left. And pin, turn left.
I've picked up, like, filled it for doing a delivery.
Turn left.
And I've literally had to sit there, have quantum and everything going, and then hit the boosters on top of it because she didn't want to lift off.
I'll
I
end
am-
up having to give you something off of
I
the
am
ship.
stuck in the elevator.
Is
Keep
it
left.
showing like a black death?
No,
void?
like the screen isn't working anymore. The elevator's not moving.
I think
And
the
the door.
server's dying. I don't think it's you're stuck on the pad. I think the server itself is just.
I think the server might be in its death throes. Because the buttons are not working anymore and I am stuck in the elevator. There's
What-
not even, the doors won't even open. Oh,
Does it-
their doors finally opened.
What's the global saying? The global will be a good indicator because you'll see everyone and their mom going, "Server dead, server dead, server's dying."
So weird. Thanks a bunch. No, nothing about the server dying.
Alright, found package 104. Another package I needed to get.
Now I am staring out into the empty void of nothingness through the elevator.
Close the door, or re-click where it is, where you
I
want
did.
to go.
I did. Doors are still open.
Hey, look,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
they need to,
There we go.
They really need to get some of these things fixed.
Oh, here's the thing. Some of these they have been fixing for a long time.
yeah, they
But due to the size, even though yes, this is as a all of a sudden a solar system that they have worked on for years, they're trying to get systems online that'll work over multiple systems.
a big thing with Star Citizen's problem is because it's pushing the envelope, it's having a hard time with our everything else, so including like server hosting. It's having a hard time on that side be supported then, because they're pushing. Like they're going above and beyond what anyone else wants to do right now for game development.
Yeah.
So it's one of those. I get very, very freaking annoyed with it myself. But
Like, don't get me wrong. Do I think that they're doing the right thing? Yes.
Yeah.
However, they need to work the bugs out well before it hits.
that's it though.
Well, not
a lot
well
of their
before it hits. They need to. I feel like instead of just full jump feet first into the water, they need to actually sit there and think, what do I need to do before, you're getting what I'm saying, before
No,
they-
yeah, and that's the thing is this system is a culmination of planning all of that out.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
Keep
a
right.
lot of
And
their
then exit
issue,
right.
I think, in my mind, anyways, what would solve it is
Exit
Star
right.
Citizen is a game ahead of its time. We don't have the infrastructure in like internet
In 400
and server
meters,
hosting
turn right.
to handle what Star Citizen is trying to do. So they are trying to do their best
Turn
with
right.
what they have.
Yeah, the Star Citizen, what they are doing, most game companies went, no, that's too crazy, it can't be done. And now a lot of game companies are basically going, how did they do that? And are trying to copy them.
Star Citizen
Yeah.
turned around and went, hold my beer.
Yeah. For better or worse, because it does mean that there is a lot of issues involved with that.
Yeah, I just feel that they're trying too much at the
Continue
current moment
straight.
because, let's be honest, our technology is very limited right now.
Yeah,
With
but the thing
Yeah.
is a lot of the things that we take for granted now in a lot of games, one big thing is the they
Continue
didn't
straight.
pioneer it, but they figured out how to optimize it, is figuring out how to essentially set a picture to look like a 3D object without it actually being a 3D object. So like you're technically looking at a flat picture on the floor, but the system is able to
Continue
figure
straight.
out where you are relative to that picture and move other parts of that picture around. So it's technically a flat piece of polygons, and the picture is what's moving.
Yeah, Lunar, how do I go into VTOL mode?
VTOL mode K, I think.
Wouldn't it be
Yeah,
left alt K?
Jesus, I forgot how twitchy the adventure is.
Come on, girl. Get up off the fucking ground. I know you can do it.
I mean,
Continue
it might
straight.
then just once you, if you do get off the launch pad there, but hit your quantum, let it charge so you got the extra boost, have your gauge all the way up, and hold shift and hit up, and be ready to when it lets go. Oh hey, I just got passed by a truck hauling a KFC trailer.
How do I get out of the seat and stay inside? I forgot.
Oh, why?
Continue
Hold
straight.
why. Are you in the Avenger Titan?
Yep, I am just bringing you mine.
Yeah, just hold Y.
Because I might not have my helmet on. Okay, I now have my helmet on.
How am I supposed to breathe with no air? Oh, technically you're an exit only. Okay, there we go. That's the entrance. Tell me you're gonna let me fucking park it and rest.
Yeah, it's showing that I'm not clipped into the ground on my screen, of course.
I mean, server desync is a very popular and painful thing with fucking Star System.
And the other thing
Exactly.
too, yeah, the other thing too is there might be a glitch right now with pads where it is trying to decide if you're landed on the pad or on the ground. So it might be the effect of both the pad and the ground technically keeping you down, because there was an issue for a little bit of time where the wind would blow your ship around like it was made out of a piece of paper.
So they turned up the power of the pad stickiness and in turn.
So, yeah, basically they turned up ground stickiness.
I think they turned it up too high.
Well, I think it's just compounding because I think the landing pad is saying you're on the ground and the ground is saying you're on the ground. So you're basically weighing twice as much as you normally would.
I was also had this cross my mind. I think that it was like this morning. But you know how you were saying that the Hull A has one of the biggest tanks and it's supposed to
Turn
be like
left.
their new standard for quantum and that?
Mhm.
What if it was actually someone just didn't notice, an intern put an extra 0 in with the tank value?
No, people actually asked that because they went, the whole A has a huge fuel tank. Did someone miss a 0? And CIG responded with, no, it's going to be the new gold standard for tanks.
I mean, hey. Especially if they're gonna go the scope they want to for multiple solar systems and stuff like that. It technically makes sense. You're gonna
does.
need a big tank.
Yes, especially since the ships technically should be able to go between systems
Continue straight.
in quantum, but it would take a lot longer than going through jump points.
Do you imagine how base trucking is gonna change with that?
Oh, very quick.
If they've got
how-
multiple solar systems.
What's up, Lunar?
Oh, let Rex finish his thought.
Actually, they have multiple solar systems, and so 2 solar systems over, you can buy this resource dirt cheap. But you have to jump 5 solar systems, and they really need it, so they're paying 5 times as much.
Yep, that's where you got to keep an eye on commodities price list, and I really wish that they actually make it better. Very, very quickly, Hot Rod, the Avenger has wheels. Have you tried going forward
Yes.
to lift off? Okay.
Take
Like,
off
I'll
like
just
like,
realized- I
mess
just realized
around with this once you get here. It's not.
Yeah, I realize that she's basically an airplane.
She basically is.
I mean, it might just be a thing of where, because I've come across it many of times, it's forked for you, Hot Rod, but it'll work fine for Lunar.
Exactly. So who knows? Lunar might work. It might work perfectly for Lunar.
Yeah. It's also where I almost like the co-op gameplay, and because if it's worked for one person, the other person might be able to.
Continue straight.
Why is it saying scan in progress?
Space police, maybe? You weren't doing a
No,
unauthorized
it's not a
delivery.
No, it's not unverified. It was literally just...
The police going, hey, what are you hauling? I need to stay off the fucking gas before I lock up my truck again. Yes, I'm still very bad for locking up my truck.
Gotta use your Jake brake, man.
Usually what does it for me is coming to a stop, like, especially like when I'm parking, that full stop start tweak a little bit, like, let's just, yeah. It just constantly uses my air brakes on that. Problem is
Continue straight.
March crew likes to use the air brakes too. So if I have someone that slows down in front of me on the freeway, I've had my truck locked middle of the freeway
Keep left. And then
because someone
turn left.
was just going a little under the speed limit.
Turn left.
Alright, I see where you're at. You're not too far.
Yeah, yep. I am here at Neymar. I'm just calculating around. Yeah, the planet turned while I was on my way here,
Continue
so my
straight.
route, I had to recalculate.
Your route got snookered.
See, that's the other thing that is really interesting about this game is there is actual orbital mechanics, at least planet side, not
To a
solar
basic
system side
degree,
yet.
yeah. It's a basic. It started. We're not talking like Kerbal Space Program level yet, but for what the game is, it's
Continue straight.
I'm kind of just sitting in the ship guarding the shit.
Lunar shows up, opens the door, boom! Oh shit, Lunar, I didn't know it was you. Sorry, man.
Yeah, there didn't used to be landing pads here before. Interesting. And there's an Aurora part next to you as well.
Oh, are you meaning on the other landing pad?
Yeah. Right now, how do I exit out of the main canopy? There we go. Exit 0G.
Yeah, if you can get this thing up and moving, that would be wonderful. Like, in my eyes, I'm not clipped into the ground. I'm just kind of hovering above.
Continue straight.
Oh. I went a little fast.
Okay, this is gonna be fun.
Close this up.
Don't think I can race a fire truck with my load. One of the things I love is the fact that the mod that adds in the realistic companies and everything also added in realistic traffic and stuff like that. So I got a lot more traffic. Problem is when I gotta get over a lane. Lo and behold, it be a B.
I mean, if it's stuck here, Lunar, it's no big deal. It's just I've got to get
If it's
we can
stuck,
head
it's
to
stuck.
Oh yeah, she
we'll
is
just-
stuck because
Keep
like
left.
I can't even
And
retract
again,
landing
turn
here
left.
or anything.
All right, I'm gonna grab
So
a.
She's glitched out.
Turn
I'm gonna
left.
grab something out of here and I'm gonna drop it for you. Like if I drop it right here in the ship, it'll drop in the ship, right?
Yes.
Usually, yes.
All right, you see what just
You've
dropped?
arrived. It's been my honor and duty
Yeah.
to see you through this mission.
I had to get my new shotgun.
Ah,
You know what?
All right, I need to see which of these packages need to go. Because I only have 2 packages here that need to go, so it's package 527048 and 104. So 104 is that one. I believe it's that one that needs to go. Let me double check and actually
me-
track that contract.
yeah.
I'm losing control. Your eyes entice me.
Yep, this is the package, so these 2 just need to go.
Go, your hold is tightening. I feel you rushing through my veins. Our bodies getting closer. Your heartbeat drives me insane.
Just a moment.
Taking more. I feel you rushing through my veins.
Dude, you can actually open it from up there.
Yeah.
So that package, and then 104.
Yeah, there's an open exterior and it opens all hatches. Yeah, just take him to the gangway and I can grab him from there.
Well,
An elite team has been assembled to guide
Yeah,
your
there's
mission.
only 2
Let's get
packages that
started.
needed to come, so
Turn right.
alright, I'm gonna seal this thing up back here.
Yep.
That one doesn't need to
Continue
come. I
straight.
don't know what's in it. Unless we can sell packages like that.
Alright, here we go. Flying away mine. Have fun. It's flying towards the planet. Good enough. No one will miss it.
is that
It was
Molly?
someone's Roomba that they were waiting for.
It was the fanciest, newest Roomba.
Do you wanna fly? Since endless, or do we just want to head to to the new Olisar? I forget the name of it already, but so we can reclaim your ship there, and then I can refuel and we can part ways from there. Or do you want to just use this adventure for now?
That sounds good. Where I can just get
Because
just
we'll
go
have to
ahead and
transport.
reclaim it.
Continue
We'll have to
straight.
transport these packages onto your ship.
Well, what we could do is, so the first package needs to go. Hold on a minute. Let me. To CRUL4.
Yeah, go ahead and hop in the pilot seat and plot everything and go and take care of the mission. Just so you are aware, I am about 33% quantum.
33% quantum.
Yeah,
Got it.
because I was all the way at the pyro jump gate.
You were
Okay.
doing the route that I took notes on.
Yep.
Let me see if I can't find one that's shorter distance. No, they're about the same distance to each one.
Yeah, are they here on Daymar?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So probably head to Orison and stop by the station and refuel, because I'll probably have to refuel.
That is one thing that I kind of don't like. Is from what
Oh,
it
we've got
seems.
plenty of fuel to make it to CRUL5.
Oh yeah.
You can't seem
And
to
then we'll
rent the
continue
cargo ships
straight.
anymore.
Oh.
things like the Freelancer Max and that, like, you can't rent them. Same with like the Caterpillar and that. I think the only work vehicles you can really rent anymore is the mining ones.
We'll head to Glen Station, and I'll just pick up from there.
Only the base Freelancer is available for rent. And the
Continue
Caterpillar
straight.
cannot be rented, but it can be purchased. Okay. No, I do see that.
Ooh, okay. When you don't have a trailer, you can get some speed in your truck. I don't think I've ever got my truck up to 130.
Yeah, truck engines are beefy.
They're a lot more beefy than what people think. The only reason that they go so slow
Continue
is
Not
they're
very
straight.
governed to go
Well,
slow.
They're governed to go slow. And at least in American Truck Sim, that's only active when you're hauling.
Oh, and the other part about probably why you were blacking out back here in the bed is you're not in the direction of travel with the acceleration. So that's probably also why you were graying out, blacking out, and
Now,
running out.
Lunar, I was flying looking for the fight like we were in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, the G's were a little, up there.
High
yeah.
is an
Continue
understatement.
straight.
You had the G's maxed out.
Oh, just so
Keep
you
right.
are aware, there is actually a G limiter on the ships that you can turn off. So he was not actually maxing out the G's. He was just taking it to G's that the system would let him go to.
What you're saying
I
is
have to
I
say-
should figure out what that
Continue straight.
button is and really push it.
Oh, your ship will try and kill you if you do that.
I'm not hearing a negative here.
Just a warning. But I really do look forward to them actually doing the refueling as a more physical process. So if I do say lend you my Avenger, you'd be able to refuel it. Just grab the refueling nozzle. We're in the same group. You just grab the refueling nozzle, hook it up, refuel, pay for it, and then leave.
Yeah.
Instead of the annoying way where I have to hop in the pilot seat and get it refueled.
See, for me, the one that I'm more interested in is the company ships. So someone new like Hot Rods. I don't know what I want to do. I've joined my friends though on this game, and they joined their company, and we've got for
Continue straight.
mining, salvaging, cargo. Like,
Keep left. And pin. Turn left.
it's a whole.
Turn left.
Yeah, just grab the keys, hop in, figure out what you want. Or in cases like myself, where it's like, I kind of know what I want to
Continue
do,
straight.
but I'm having a lot of bad luck with getting the funds together to upgrade in that field.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's why I'm thinking I'm gonna try to get that little bit more, rent a prospector for 3 days, and see if I can't use that to flip on itself to.
Yeah, well, that's where Kaladin was making most of his money. Was he rented a prospector, did a bunch of farming over 3 days, and then used his whole A to transfer everything to where it made him the most money. And he wound up making enough money that he during those 3 rental days that he could just buy the Prospector outright afterwards.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. Back when I played, I think it's like the Freelancer Max or something like that was their new ship, so it was rentable, and I rented it in that time and like ran cargo with it and that. It was like I didn't get to the point where I could buy my own Freelancer Max
Continue
because
straight.
before that bug had that glitch and it just happened to line up with one of the rental endings. But bug went, hey, this happened. Here's some for everyone.
So what's this new golden ticket that I'm seeing so much about on like Reddit and shit for this?
It's
Oh,
over
ship rental.
frickin' hype. It's a free ship rental for 1 day. Essentially, is what Kaladin was reading
It's-
on.
And then
I believe
exit
the golden
right.
ticket. I believe it is a free ship rental for their F8 Lightning.
Exit right.
It's their brand new, essentially military fighter.
But
That it,
it's a 1 day rental.
yeah.
So
But the
it's a
thing
wait.
is, if you bought Squadron 42 and Star Citizen, once you complete Squadron 42, you unlock that ship anyway. So, by purchasing Squadron 42, at least when I
Continue
purchased
straight.
it, at the end, after completing Squadron 42, you will be given that ship.
Keep left.
And I am patient.
You've arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through
See,
this
I am
mission.
not the person that is. While sometimes the new hotness is interesting, does not mean I will immediately jump on it.
Yeah. Oh, very much so. Especially in the
Like the-
sense of when you know something that you're enjoying goes on sale quite regularly.
Hmm.
Of course, they throw us in Hangar 1 at the very top.
Because like that was exactly it. When the kids gave me the Steam gift card for Father's Day there, with the instructions to use it to get more DLC for American Trucking Sim. My first thing was I opened a Chrome tab. When is the summer sale?
Yep.
That's a cool little ship there to our left, Lunar.
I cannot see out.
Oh, yeah. I forget that this is...
Yeah, I'm sitting on the bed.
It's a
I'm-
one-man ship, but it's kind of a two-man in a way.
It's
but
a one-man ship, but it can seat two. Usually
use it
when
to recover someone.
Yeah.
So.
Usually when they refer to it being one man or stuff like that, it's usually this has this many seats to control the ship.
The Mustang and the Arrow and most fighters that are one seat are one seat. There is nothing else to grab a hold of, and there is no interior.
My little shitstorm of a fighter there. It's got a bed in the back.
Yep. Yeah, the Aurora has a bed in the back, but the Arrow does not. The Buccaneer does not. There are a lot of fighters that do not have interiors. They simply have a cockpit.
All right, Lunar, I filled up your gas tank for you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, it's the least that I can do.
No, it's no big deal. Quantum's cheap.
It really is cheap.
All right, and I'm coming with your other thing here.
Yep, this has to go down to 1.1 kilometers. Oh, elevators. Brain burr.
Our mission is to secure the safety of the American people, including you. Buckle up.
My favorite part of about the game. Oh, you're sliding away hot rod on my screen.
Oh no. Come on.
Yeah.
Make a U-turn.
There you go.
Let's keep our enemies guessing.
Okay, that's the first time I've heard that voice line for the GPS. That is hilarious. Make a U-turn. Let's keep our enemies guessing.
It's Morgan Freeman.
You'll have to. Oh, you can access it. Nice.
And I freaking...
4 minutes. God damn.
Because traffic was so backed up when I tried pulling out, I locked up my air system.
Oh, it's free to get it here.
Oh. Nice.
Oh, no. Maybe, possibly.
Vehicle has been moved to a storage facility. Trying to look over your shoulder, but it's just a black screen on my end.
Keep left. And then turn left.
Okay, so it'll be here in less than a minute, so by the time that I come back from delivering this package,
Roughly, yep.
Do you want to just take my Avenger?
no, it'll be that it's like a minute out, or less
Yeah.
than a minute. I've just gotta take this over here, I believe. Like it's 77 meters this way, but I'm not understanding the layout of this place.
Okay. You
Maybe I
should
need-
be able to share the mission.
Oh, yep.
And it won't
And-
increase the enemies because it can be hostiles.
No, yeah. And then contract shared, accept.
And then might as well share this one, and won't you get the full 5,000 as well for it?
Yeah, it splits it.
So
let's
what?
see
You each
here.
get 5,000, or you each get 250?
We each get 5,000, I think.
Nice.
Alright,
Alright.
so there's that one for you.
Alright, that's box.
Yep.
Yes, that's box.
That's
See
it.
how it's saying 73 meters that way?
That is box.
That way. That box. Alright, let's take a look over here. I cannot see it. Okay,
Are you tracking the right one?
probably not. Deliveries, which one?
This is
Personal effects or complete delivery?
personal effects.
Oh,
It's the one I'm tracking. But you're holding
left.
it, and so I cannot see where it goes.
Let me see if I place it down, if you can see.
Yeah, the easiest way for me to just drop it is just okay.
Because I can still see it. I'll carry this one, you carry that one.
Okay.
And that should, because it's pointing directly this way.
It's not for me, huh?
Continue straight. And then turn right.
Is it pointing you back at the other
Turn right.
place
And then
where
turn
we
right.
just came from?
Turn right. And then turn left. Turn left.
Well, I think
And then
I
turn
think I
left.
know where it needs to go. Come with
Turn
me.
left.
you think?
You've arrived. It's been my honor and
Well,
privilege to
I
see
know
you
where
through
some
the
of the return stalls are for packages like this, so.
He's metagaming.
Well, I've done quite a few courier missions.
Oh, it's literally right there.
Yep. It should be in admin here.
The American people are counting on you to drive.
Here we go.
Let's go.
it's not opening for me. Is it here? Do I add it, or is it somewhere else?
It's here.
Okay, it's not opening for me. Oh, no, wait, there we go.
The Secret Service has your back, and so do I. Let's go.
Morgan, why do I need the Secret Service to have my back when delivering
There we go.
cargo from
If you
General
turn
Mills?
All right,
I
now
will
need
carry
to-
this one so that way you can get your stuff set up.
Contract,
Turn left.
personal effect completed, accepted. Track this. Alright, back to the ship. Well, back to pick up my ship. I'll deliver it while you're doing your trucking thing.
Up here. Unless you have any shopping you want to do here.
Not that I can think of.
Alright.
Continue straight.
Definitely have to admit, now that I have all the maps, finding like 100,000 jobs, not as hard.
Nice.
They've got me going 3,000, 4,000 kilometers, but they're coming up a lot more.
Alright.
I'm sorry, I
single
don't speak units that haven't gone to the moon.
From one side of the Americas to the other side of the Americas.
Ah,
point. How many miles did you say it was?
Continue straight.
My current
he said
job,
kilometers.
yeah, because I got my settings changed, so it says kilometers, but I'm 3,061 kilometers.
Keep right. Hand pin. Turn
That's
right.
it.
Let's see here.
Are you on your ship?
Turn right.
No, I was waiting for you to go.
What do you know? I'm
Okay.
hauling corn.
Alright, if you just want to place that down, then I can hold that one.
Alright, and it's on the cargo grid. That's what these things here are. Is the cargo grid, so it won't bounce around while it's on there.
Gotcha.
So there's technically a little walkway around the side.
Itty bitty walkway, but walkway.
Yep. So like if you
Gotcha.
do. Oh yes, this shoot gun.
Yep, I just need to throw one of my guns in there. So that way I can pick it up.
Oh, in armistice zone, so I can't actually drop it.
And you're not able to throw it in the ship. Damn.
Not that you can see, no. I has solution. Oh no, wait, I don't have solution. There's no cargo deck here.
Yep.
Otherwise, I would have gotten a 1 SCU cargo container and hauled it up here and put it in there for you to loot.
I gotcha. If anything, just I'll pick it up next time.
So
Alrighty.
I am up above Texas, and I am going all the way up to Washington. That give you an idea of the long haul I'm about to do?
It's just halfway across the country.
It's all the way kitty cornered, essentially, for what they've got in the game so far. And apparently,
And
what's interesting is
Continue
apparently
straight.
they've got plans and are talking about a Canadian DLC for American Truck Simulator.
oh, imagine a trucking job where you're going all the way from the Alaskan Key, from the Florida Keys all the way up
Alaska.
to Alaska. Yeah.
Or, I'm not even thinking so far in that sense as I gotta pull up a map because geography was a class that put me to sleep. Not gonna sugarcoat that shit. would end up with a job that essentially goes from Alaska all the way down to like New York, even Miami. You know.
Quite a haul.
That it wouldn't though.
Yeah, it would probably be pretty lucrative, but my goodness, you would be exhausted at the end of that.
Oh god, yeah.
Considering it's 61 hours just to get back to where I used to live from where I live now in Alaska,
Is that
that would be
is that flying or is that driving?
driving.
That is flat out just go.
Yeah. Well, and see, that's
Flat out, just go truck driver simulator of getting the cocaine.
and see the thing
Or
I'd like
pulling
to.
a German with the Panzer chocolate.
They've got the, and it's more for Lunar. I don't know if you've looked into it too much there, Hot Rod, but they've got their World of Truck sites, which links your American Truck Simulator, your Euro Truck Sim, all that to get into one account. But they've got those online missions that are linked to that and just tracked on that page. They're all IRL time. So, like, my current job here, I've got 21 hours to do it. That's 20 hours. Yeah. It might only be a 2-hour, 3-hour drive IRL or in-game driving, but I've
Continue straight.
got 21 hours to do it because, goddamn, some of these jobs you need to fucking take a break. I still want to get like
Keep right. Hand pin.
I want to
exit
get the
right.
setup. I want to get, like, I'm looking at the steering wheel now. I know
Exit
Hot Rod,
right.
you've heard me talk about it. I want to get the Logitech G923 racing wheel and pedals. But like, it
left.
comes with the shifter in that. Well, you can get the shifter attachment, I should say.
You don't need all that. You just need the cheapest controller you can get at a yard sale and some 2x4s, and there you go. You can rig yourself a steering wheel there.
Now, if I'm doing that kind of like, if I want to use a wheel and pedals and that for the game, I want the wheel and pedal that when I go to turn, the wheel wants to keep the car going straight because I can feel the car fighting me. I want to feel it. Not only that, but let's face it, a lot of those other ones are just so cheaply made. Like, I was looking at some, you know, I was going, no, what if I just got a cheap one? And I click on it, and just looking at the picture, and it's like, you could, looking at it in the pictures, they couldn't make it look good. Like, my brain's just like, I already see, like, that's not gonna feel right. And I already see 20 different fail points. So yes, I have gotten a little snobby in my adult age with what I buy.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare I actually look at stuff and go, no, that's too cheaply made. I'm not wasting my money on that. I'll go get this thing that's more expensive. But hey, I'll actually get time out of it. Technically, too, if it wasn't for the fact that the frickin' cable got pinched when I put it together on the sim, I got the racing sim version before the one that I want. Because the one that I want has a couple extra buttons that I could very easily use for binding for cruise and that for in truck. And it's a nice set. We're talking metal pedals, like you feel like it just you feel the quality. It was one of those, I'm gonna get the kids the nice present for all of them for Christmas. Ouch, that's really expensive. And then I got it set up and felt it was like, oh, this wasn't that expensive at all. I think I was nerding out more about it than the kids were. Driving 3,000 kilometers to deliver fucking corn.
Never knew you were a comedian. Because that joke was corny.
Start of a toll road, goddamn. Of course I'm not on the toll road. Why wouldn't I be a fucking toll road?
Well, you realize how many toll roads there are, depending on where you're going. If you're going up through Kansas, you'll be hitting the I-70,
Keep right.
and that is a
And
hell of a
then
toll
exit
road.
right.
Most you'll pay is like $5.
It keeps saying that
exit
my
right.
Avenger is being put on in Hangar 1, but it's not. What hangar did you land on?
Hangar. Don't tell me I took your Avenger. No, this is mine.
Oh yeah, because
You
mine says retrieve, and then it says your ship will be waiting at. Oh, it did say Hangar 1, and then it cleared.
Well, that's the end of the toll road because it's turning off, right?
Oh well.
What was I on there? The
just grab my
35, and then I'm going on to the 135. If that kind of helps give you an idea there, Hot Rod.
Toll or Road 135. I know exactly the road you're taking.
I'm just turning onto it from the 35.
Yep, I know the road you're taking.
See, that is the part that honestly really interests me with the streaming aspect of this, is the fact of just the having like you guys going like, hey, I know where you are, full of $10 paid.
It's not bad for a toll road.
I also
Man,
only basically went around the
I've
frickin' corner with it.
Oh shit, coming in hot, coming in hot. And I'm dead.
Whoops.
Too fast?
Yeah, it, like, I hit a massive lag spike and I couldn't stop. Like, it would not allow me to stop.
Have you hit C by accident?
Nope.
Okay, just making sure because that's that is cruise mode essentially, so it won't break.
Alt C is cruise. C itself is just your
Stop thrusters from doing things
Yeah.
without input.
Yeah, exactly. Stream's going all right, Queen. We finished one delivery so far. On to another one.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah, Discord kicked you out, and brought you back in.
Oh, and there's a paladin now giving advice on the. if you
My
have,
Like, I
goodness.
didn't hit anything, and then all of a sudden
Keep
that
left.
lag spike hit, and I just smashed face first right into a wall.
hitting C when it's on is turning on Jesus Take the Wheel mode. Or would that be when you turn that on? It's Jesus Take the Wheel.
No, that's Chris Roberts taking the wheel at that point.
I still just can't believe watching a caterpillar do a backflip coming out of a hangar.
You got a problem with caterpillars doing backflips?
It's the fact of how graceful he did it with it. It was just fucking shoot straight out backwards, got just cleared up and flipped and off forward. It was like, the fuck did I just witness?
Someone that knows their ship really well.
Yeah.
Or not really lucky.
No,
Or both.
no. No. Let's face it. With it being Kaladin's boy, he knew his ship. He knew how to handle it.
No, yeah, it was referencing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been flying that thing for a while. So.
Also, hi,
Hello,
Kaladin.
Hello, Kaladin.
I didn't want to intrude on your stream, but fuck it.
You missed out on hilarious.
No, I heard it.
It's one of those things, Kaladin, where my friends are always welcome. It's the reason why a lot of them have the keys to enter my own stream area. They're more than welcome. It's just I go into there for the, hey, I'm streaming. I don't have to worry about the, hey, you've popped in. Hey, I'm
The
streaming.
random drop-ins.
Yeah.
Wait, Lunar, did you crash as well?
No.
It's more of the pop in randomly, say hi, whatever. But yeah, like you already know it. You streaming. Be mindful.
Yeah. Be mindful. Don't say things that's going to get your account banned.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's it. I think my favorite form of streaming is the cooperative. Even if
Yeah, I hear you.
the person I'm with isn't streaming themselves, honestly, I prefer them to, just because A, I can help grow their stuff, and it gives people both points of view. But
Yes, well, I just heard Hot Rod slammed into, what, the back of a hangar?
yep.
Yep, because of mass lag spike.
Quick,
Yeah.
go find the loot crate.
But yeah, seized decoupled mode, it actually takes away control. As soon as you stop trusting in a direction, it just keeps going that direction until you redirect it yourself.
Yeah.
And yes, Reverence, he actually does a lot of his landings in decoupled mode.
In all honesty, if you can maneuver it and know what you're doing, you save hydrogen.
Oh, heck yeah. Because you're only thrusting whilst you need to.
Honestly, I think I use that mode more than I use the actual cruise.
Well, I mean, I know I do, but then again, I'm on moons mining most of the time, so I use
Speaking
a lot
of-
of hydrogen.
I might be picking your brain as I in
Yeah.
time because
As you spend the next 30 hours driving across the US, you know. See
well,
that.
I've only got basically once I have 200,000, I can rent a prospector for 3 days.
Yep.
And because I've had so frickin' rotten luck, I lost
Mate,
another
in 3
load.
days, you can make a cool minion.
Well, I've lost another load.
Yeah,
You
another
lost
load.
another load.
server disconnected me mid-run.
Oh, yeah, that was last night, wasn't it?
That was no, that's this morning. So there was last night
Oh.
where I got eaten by that hangar. I ran 2 runs.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And then I got
Yeah,
disconnected again. Like I lost.
That's right, and you had to reclaim it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess for you it was yesterday. For me, it's today.
Yeah, it was like about 8-9 hours ago for me.
Yeah.
No, look, if you spend 200,000 and rent it for 3 days, in 3 days you'll make a cool mill if you put the effort in. Well, you don't even have to put a lot of effort in. Just rinse and repeat.
You don't
Go
even
out,
need to
mine,
grab-
take back, refine. Go out,
Yeah.
mine, go back, refine.
Yeah, you don't even need to prioritize Quantanium. Just
No, not at all. Just
high valuable
prioritize.
materials.
Yeah, either the tier 4, 3, or 2 will work. Preferably tiers 2 and 3.
Yeah. So like
If you can find them, like I just found a 43 SCU asteroid rock that's 25% Bexalite, which is the top of the tier 2 materials.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Just make sure that you do have enough money as well, not only to rent the prospector, but to also set up the refinery processes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
when I started out, what I did was I'd go out and had the money to start with, but what you can do is you go out, you mine just anything until you've got a full load. You take it back and you sell it as ore only. You don't get the return on it, but you get the immediate cash. And you do that a couple of times. You do that a couple of times until you've got enough capital there to cover the costs of the refining. And then you can put them in and refine. And I just go the cheapest. You don't get the best yield, but it's only half an hour, generally half an hour to less than an hour to do a full prospector's process of refining. So it just it's working on a numbers volume rather than amount, quantity.
Yeah. And during that time, like you go out, grab another load, come back, it should be all set by then.
It's
load up your
almost,
whole-
that's right, it's almost finished refining or completely finished refining by the time you come back with a new load to be refined.
and then load up your whole A with that load and go sell it. And then come
Yeah.
back, go out with the prospector again, and next time you come back, that next one should be done.
Don't you fucking do
Yeah.
it, buddy. Fucking truck engine out.
He's gonna.
Yeah.
I know he's not.
Oh,
But yeah, what I normally do, what I was doing was I'd mine, refine, do that 3 times. The 4th time out, I'd just sell it as raw ore to cover the cost of what I'd just spent to refine.
Yep.
So that then, once it's refined, it's all pure profit. You're not actually covering the costs of the refining process because you've already done that.
Continue straight.
And yeah, in 3 days, you'll make yourself $1 million or more, $1.5 million easy if you just rinse and repeat. I mean, crumbs, if you're going to set up a transport of corn for 30 hours, you get 3 days, you're not going to have any trouble, mining enough time to actually make money. This is a lot more exciting, at least.
So,
Yeah.
good news, learner. I kept all my shit.
good.
So the game
You were
looked at it as
technically
bullshit.
landed, so.
Yeah.
Because you requested landing and you exploded on a pad that you were supposed to be landing on, so the system went, okay,
Yeah.
accident. Here's all your stuff back.
Continue straight.
Yeah, which was fucking lucky.
Why can't I fly?
Did you turn it on?
Yes, it is on. I am locked up right now, and I've even turned off. There we go. I'd even turned off master mode, and it was still.
Not letting you.
It
Still
was
not
doing that a
letting
couple
me
of
do it.
times for me last night.
I think it's just server lag. It's trying to catch up
It
where
is.
you are.
Yeah, it was. Because Luna, see, last night, well, actually for a lot more hours of last night, I surveyed every single station in the game. From a mining perspective, I was looking for refinery stations. And there are 12 refinery stations in the game. 12. there are 13 regular non-refinery stations as well. So
And-
that's 25. There is 25 space stations in this game.
Yep.
And no, I
And
already
3
asked
of the
them.
refinery stations are actually the jump points.
And no, I asked him. He did not mark down what they're buying and selling for us either. He has a thing against
It was-
traders.
It was not a trading survey, it was a mining survey. If
It
you want a
could
trading
have been
survey, you
both.
go and do it yourself. No, I couldn't. Jeez, do you know how long it took me to go around to every single Lagrange point and planet in the game?
God knows how fucking long.
Oh, about 6 or 7 hours.
Continue
That's
straight.
probably a generous estimate, to be honest.
And just so you
Right.
know, Harad, I was able to claim my Aurora and fly back over to the Pyro Gate.
I gotcha.
But how many people can say that they have visited every single space station in Star Citizen?
I did once.
I
Yeah,
feel
once,
like
but
the
that was, I think, before they
OGs
put all the new Lagrange points in.
I feel like
Yes.
you have to get into the OGs for that. And even then, maybe a handful.
Yeah, I did it just to see what was out there. Like, because what I was doing was I was trying to put an armor set together.
Oh, yeah. So you were doing a trade buy survey.
And yeah, and I was actually taking my max and doing actual trading in between, so that way I could pay for the hydrogen and
Quantum, yeah.
Yeah,
Quantum
you
power,
did it
excuse
in
me.
the way of, while I'm doing this, I'm running stuff so that I'm making money.
See, back then there was only 5 refineries in the game. 5 stations that were refineries,
Keep left.
and there was 6
And
other
then
stations
turn
that
left.
were not refineries.
whew, I landed hard.
They've
Turn left.
tripled that number now, which is actually really cool, to be honest. Or doubled that number. Doubled to tripled, whatever. Because they've actually all got a different layout. Every station was different. And
Yeah,
that's pretty
me
cool
and
as well.
Anubis landed at a station today, and we're just like, "What the? Where is everything?" We were right. It was not anywhere near the normal formula for a station, so like we couldn't
Right.
find our way off of there because we were like,
Hey.
"This server's dying. We need to jump. That's the closest station. Let's go."
Alright.
I came across a station that had it had easy habs, but it had no medical center. So you can log out there and log back in there,
So,
but you cannot set that as a home base.
It was endless something. What's the station name?
I'm gonna pop out for a bit.
all right.
Take it
Yeah,
easy.
alright.
You too.
So yeah, it was interesting.
But I mean, to
I
be
think
fair
putting it
too, that is one of those things they do kind of need. Like I do kind of remember that with what I was playing before. Is it was cookie cutter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's probably their attempt at seeing how the procedural generation works with the new stations, because
Yeah.
they're trying to get the procedural generation working to the point to where they don't have to do as much custom hand modification as they've been doing specifically for Stanton.
I'm not gonna lie, they were all pretty impressive. I found that pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, because imagine having to do the amount of work that they've done for Stanton for every single system. It would take them decades just to get 3 systems.
One eternity later.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, by the time they finished, we might actually have space stations and interplanetary travel.
There is actually a company
Mhm.
that is trying to. They have made a proof of concept, and they have people investing in a space station called the Von Braun station, I believe.
Yep. I have heard of it.
Yep. And the idea is they're putting it up there specifically for the rich and to rent out to movie studios for filming in space.
Moving in space.
Actually have space footage.
Yeah. Because it might be cheaper to do that than some of the... It's cheaper to do the CGI and wires, but...
Yeah, but let's
It would
face
be. Can you imagine the hazard pay they have to pay the actors?
Not necessarily.
Here's your contract of $3 million to do this movie. Oh, and here's your hazard pay of 10.
Yeah. You know that the first people that'll be shooting up there in space it's all going to be just solid stuntmen and women doing the work.
That, or they still kind of CGI it, but they do it in the sense of like streamers with green screens, whereas the footage of just space is projected behind them and they're in front of them.
Face swapping, deep faking, yeah.
Yep.
Deep faking the stuntman.
But yeah, the
Needless
idea
to
is
say,
a
I
luxury
think
hotels.
the price of green paint will be going up.
Yes.
Forget the toilet paper shortage. Now we got the green paint shortage.
Green paint shortage, yeah.
Did you lose a load of green paint?
I feel like coming back to Star Citizen, I have lost more loads, like more runs than I did before. Like, as much as it's ironed out and smoother, I feel like I've lost more.
Yeah, possibly. But the more you invest, the bigger the loss if you lose it.
I also
Reverency found that out.
The other thing is though too, a lot of what I was doing before is like really, no one would really explain this shit. I would
Just hanging out.
I would go to like the little like mining facilities on the planet, pick up a load of whatever, run it somewhere else for whatever type of profit I could get.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason why I started doing the spreadsheet, because I would write down what I bought it for, and then find something that.
Start tracking profits, yeah.
Well, it was more of a.
Well,
Okay.
viability, yeah.
I've been jumping around for the last hour. I don't remember what I paid for. Sometimes
Yes.
when I get in the ship, I forget what I've just how much I paid.
Exactly.
Per.
It's an extension of your memory.
Yep. Taking notes.
Trust me, I do it all the time. Why do you think I've got a spreadsheet for mining?
Because you're a madman who loves spreadsheets.
Hey, you don't have to call me out. It might be true and all, but you don't have to make a thing about it.
I'm
okay?
not calling you out. I'm being very accurate on my description.
Oh,
It's a
yeah, you
compliment.
are. Oh, okay. Okay. As long as it's a compliment, I won't have to go and cry in the corner.
At least as hard as you normally would.
Exactly.
As someone who will attempt to make spreadsheets and fail miserably, at least I know someone that when I finally get mad, crumple it up and throw it in the corner, I go, you look it over when I cool off. And what did I do wrong?
It's fine, Rex. You didn't do anything wrong. Microsoft Excel is just a pain in the butt to use sometimes.
What are you talking about, Microsoft? I use Google Drive.
Well, your Google Docs is pretty good. I use it myself. Warning, storage full. No shit, Sherlock.
Storage full.
I know. Who would have thought?
Right? Yeah, I guess with the fact that I've traveled about 1,000 kilometers, it's probably why I'm getting a little tired and should probably sleep. At least this load I shouldn't have trouble with finding a spot to sleep.
You never know.
I find the longer the trailer, especially like the 3-piece ones that I had for the last run,
Yeah.
they don't. You'll be in a sleeping area, but your trailer's too long, so it won't let you sleep. Where this is just a 2-part trailer.
So you should be able to find a truck stop somewhere.
Oh, literally where I just wait in. The spots there actually worked. Where for my last one, they didn't.
Yeah. And you've still got 3,000 kilometers to go.
Yeah.
So you're going to be streaming this for the next 30 hours, are you?
No. You go a lot. Time flies.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
It is one of those things though where I really do enjoy this game for that factor of just okay on the highway, that the cruise.
It's just chill. Yeah.
I shoot the shit with chat. Usually have to laugh because I'll look out of the way at the wrong time and almost crash.
Says the person with what? No license?
That's
no
the
CDL
funny.
license.
Don't license it up. I haven't even gone for my G1 winner.
Exactly.
Like,
No license.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. No
Yeah,
license.
like-
Huh.
never even touched the book or any of it. When I started streaming this, my big thing was I've never gone for my G1. I've never driven. Like, my knowledge of driving is from the passenger seat.
So how much experience do you have with driving? Well, I did a 60-hour drive across America in American Truck
Well,
Simulator.
I have 100 hours in American Truck Simulator.
Exactly, Quinn. He should not be driving transport vessel, a vehicle at all. He's unlicensed. I mean,
It gets even better than when you think of the fact that on the game I've got all my hazard licenses and everything else, so I could be sitting there and hauling whatever I want. Acid, gas, any sort of explosives. It's still the fact though, it blows me away. Just grabbed it for the fact that kids were interested, it's multiplayer, grabbed the demo, it hooked me, and I was like, ow, this is so off my beaten path for what I tend to play. How have I got, how's it hooked me?
You got sucked into it.
Yeah.
Because it's just one of those casual chill games.
Well, also too, when I'm not streaming, they've got a killer classic rock station.
Yes.
Like,
Can't argue with that.
yeah, like throw on the radio, 80s, 90s, classic rock. Yeah,
In other words, no, real music.
yeah. Real proper music.
Yes. Not like most of the stuff today. There's good, don't get me wrong, there's some good stuff that's out today. As long as you
Depending on
avoid the trending stuff. Trending
Depends
stuff
on
is crap.
which genre you end up going in, yeah. Mind you, I have come across some that were new and trending that have been taken for like metal covers and stuff like that and turned out to look very good.
Yeah, but they're very rare. But the trending, I'm not going to go into naming names because it's on stream and it's not important. But some of these artists that are getting a lot of the attention shouldn't be, because they're really not very good. It's all marketing and publicity. It's
Some
not
of
like they're
them
actually
are
good.
also so goddamn well full of themselves.
Well, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's redonkulous.
It is, but it's all marketing and hype. It's all publicity.
Well, and
Most of it's
here's the one
most of
that,
their fame is driven by publicity, not through skill.
here's one of the ones that just had me go, what the fuck? I didn't care for you before, but now, like, less so. An artist who literally just does, like, their singing part, their music in behind is done by a DJ, or their
Yep.
beats and that, was threatening to fire their DJ because someone at their show wanted an autograph from their DJ and they did it.
From the DJ. Yeah.
It's like,
Because
are you
no, they're
kidding
the star,
me?
not the DJ. Yeah.
First of all, you do that, you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot because A, your name's already attached to that DJ
Yeah.
and what they can do. So
And if
someone
you do
else is
that,
gonna
that
scoop
fan
them
will go
up.
somewhere else
Well,
and
someone else will
start
scoop
saying
that
you're
up.
such a bad person.
Yeah. And on top of that, you've worked with them for how long? So how much do you guys already basically synchronize
Yep.
on stuff because of that? Like,
Crazy is what it is.
that's
It's ego. It's ego.
it's one of those things where I've got some respect is one artist, they were always using the same kind of band for their music because the same thing, like they were just vocals but they didn't have a band, but they would always use the same, like that band was part of them, they acknowledged them as their own separate entity as well though too,
Yeah. Yeah.
or and
It was a collaboration. It wasn't, you're supposed to prop me up. It was a collaboration with an equal artist of a different type.
heck, and it goes to show the day and age, but
Yeah.
Meatloaf, the show must go on.
Yeah.
He adds
Hell
heart
yeah.
attack on stage. Nope, you got me back up. The show's got to go on.
Gotta go on. Yeah. We're very sad. Very
Yeah.
sad. Brilliant artist.
Yeah,
Brilliant group.
and it's one of those things that you just, as time goes, because everyone copies, things are getting lost.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, they are.
And it's very sad to see.
Okay, come on, sir.
It's pretty bad when people go see their favorite artists live in concert. I thought they were so hyped for it because they finally get to see them, get all their songs and everything else, and they come out of them like, why did I like them? That was
Yeah.
what a waste of money. It's not. It's supposed to be the other way around.
Wow, this server is actually having a little bit of a stall moment in some cases.
Yep. Are you in the same server I am?
I am.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little touchy. It was
it-
before, and then it smoothed out.
But I mean,
getting
it's
touchy
good,
again.
and yeah, it's been good mostly. But just then, when I'm trying to queue up this refining job, it just decided to be laggy in response. Not faulting or erring, just laggy in response.
Yeah, because I just tried to take off my helmet, and it's not coming off. There we go.
It's super glued. Somebody
find it
pulled a prank
fr-
and put super glue in your helmet.
I find it frustrating that when you take your helmet off, you can't put a normal hat on.
Yeah.
You have to be wearing normal clothes and not a flight suit in order to be wearing a hat. Whereas you know most people, as soon as they pull off the helmet, they're going to be putting a hat
Gonna
on.
whack their head on. Yeah.
Or even for
'Cause-
that matter, from what I've noticed, yeah, you can do everything in your cities because there's all the atmosphere for it, but you can't tell me they wouldn't have like a little suction cup to your face type scuba mask setup for space.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, I would love them to do a flight suit that you could actually wear normal clothes over.
Over, yeah.
Because that would be, personally, I feel like that would be a level of realism, because in this era, so many people would be used to wearing flight suits just for normal day stuff. If
Yeah, the
you don't
flight suit
live on
would
a
be the
planet.
undersuit, and an undersuit could go underneath regular clothes.
Yeah.
Just admit it, Lunar. You just want it so you can wear your blue jeans and your plaid button up with your trucker cap.
No, I wouldn't wear plaid. I would actually wear some medium armor because I would rather not get shot. And then normal clothes for moving
For wearing plaid, that's right. It's the game is playing.
See, I'm a realist. I would love to wear my blue jeans and essentially heavy bulletproof vest.
Like we all do.
Especially if you live in Detroit.
No one-
7 p.m. here. Today has been feeling off the entire day since I had the day off. It's just been.
Well, that's
like,
it. You have the day off.
I feel like I should be somewhere, but I don't have to be because it's the day off.
Just feeling
And I am not going outside with all the traffic and nutso stuff that's going on outside.
Why would you want to go outside? That's where the crazy people are.
Yeah, well, it's the 4th of July here. So
Like I
would
said,
rather
where the
celebrate
crazy
it-
people are.
I would rather celebrate it at home, privately, and let everyone else risk their lives on the road.
Exactly.
Really? You're going to try and send me through 2 outer markers just to get to Cellen? I don't think so.
Are you mining or?
Yeah.
Lunar, when
Yeah,
do you know
don't
Kaladin
want
not
to.
to be mining?
Oh, when I'm surveying and exploring.
Which is usually part way through your gaming session because, yeah, you can break it up a little.
Taking a break, yeah.
Yeah, well, and sometimes you do a little bit of hauling. You don't do
Yeah, a
loops
little
like
bit.
we do, but you do a little bit of hauling.
Well, it's
Yeah,
usually
man.
the Kaladin hops on, collects what he's refined, restocks it, then does like a bit of hauling or refining or whatever he's gonna do, hauling it or
Yeah.
surveying. And then he goes back to mining just to kind of keep the
The loop going.
yeah.
You see, that's my loop. Mining, refining, transporting, selling.
Which also kind of has a nice break period in that because you can kind of jump
Yeah,
in,
the
do
transporting
a
to
bit,
sell.
refine it as it's refining. You're breaking off. You're doing your transporting. You're doing whatever you feel like doing.
Takes a break from the actual tediousness of mining.
While it refines, and then before you get done, you go over, grab what's refined, put another load in, and call it a
Yep.
night.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I see. Renting a MISC prospector is only
1.7.
it's
No, 1.4 or something, is it? I don't know.
No, it is 73,000 alpha UEC.
Oh, renting, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, renting.
That's for 3 days. Or for 1 day.
Let me take a look. That it is final balance. It is 73 for 1 day.
1 day. Yeah.
One of the things I
3
was-
day,
It's 100 and something.
100.
No, sorry, 200 and something. Yeah.
No, it's 192,000. Yeah, almost 200.
For 3 days. Shit, that's all right.
3 days. If you do a 7 day, that is 384,480 of the UBC.
when,
Yeah, well, the truth is, with 1 day, you could actually earn enough to actually go and buy a Prospector in game.
Oh yeah.
One of the things I was kind of pitching to Hot Rod there when he hopped back on there was because of what little money he has, he can only afford to rent like a rock for 3 days.
Yeah, because
Well,
you don't know how to transport it.
Well, that's what I was pitching. Talk to Kaladin, rent the rock, have them like help you like with taking it around, and like, showing you the ropes. So essentially, you're just applying the transport and knowledge, and it
Yeah,
probably helping
yeah,
him
so-
on his.
My problem is I've only got one vessel that's big enough to transport the rock, and it's got mine in it. Anubis has actually got probably more ships that can transport the rock than I do actually.
More than likely.
Wow, hello, Killer. Haven't seen Vegas.
Hey, Killer. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Kaladin, you are in that land down under, where women go and men plunder.
Absolutely. How else do we get all the nice stuff? Not a plunder. Loots, man. Loots, it's the way of life.
What? Can you hear that thunder?
I love the thunder.
Hey, I can't get it copyrighted for it because I wasn't
No.
singing it and I was breaking
exactly.
it up.
You were simply quoting some of the lyrics that could have just been general words.
Exactly. What was it in Futurama?
But see, I can say the first line of that song, and you still shouldn't get copyrighted because it's an actual statement of fact.
Yeah. But like even
I won't,
in
but
Futurama, there it's speech poetry of Eminem.
yeah, speech poetry. But I said the first line of that song is a statement of fact for me.
Is it bad it's not coming to mind for me? I can think of like some of the parts in the middle of
I
that.
come from.
Right. It's one of those so obvious ones.
Yeah.
But like comes to mind. Hey man, you speak in my language. Yeah. Take a bite of my manwich sandwich. It's something that I can think of shit like that, but you think I can think of the start of the goddamn song?
Yeah.
But when it comes on, it's just like the whole thing where, and it's one of the stories from my childhood that I am not embarrassed of. I say it proudly because it's fucking hilarious. Parent-teacher night in kindergarten, parents come in and they're talking, and the teacher tells my parents how I need to stop singing Big Balls from AC/DC. I do a really good job of it, but it's not appropriate for school.
What are you talking about? It's just about, people.
Because
throwing
I
those
only sang the
giant-
chorus.
That could be a little problematic.
You know, the part where every other word is balls.
See, here's the problem with that song is that it only means something dirty if
If you
you
think it.
if you think it means something dirty.
Yeah.
So my question
Window.
to that teacher would then be, so why are you thinking that they're singing a dirty song?
But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, to me, it's one of those stories that's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But I mean, also, too, at the end of the day, I walked the path long ago of content creation. Don't really have a, oh shit, I should be embarrassed of myself for doing that.
No, that's right. We create content. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
Heck, I'll even admit, the one night playing RimWorld on stream, I fucking apparently just crashed. Literally just out cold in my chair. To me, I
Oh, I've
blinked.
done that before. Yep.
Oh, face cam was going and everything though, so they just see me. That was back when I was doing 10 p.m. to like 1 or like it was 6 hour during COVID,
Yeah.
but like the later hours.
I did that playing Atlas. Not Atlas, Ark. Did that playing Ark. In Discord.
Oh, let's face it.
With the other group.
Let's face it. If someone has said that they have never fallen asleep playing games, especially to the extent that we do, they're lying.
You're lying, yeah. And let's face it, I'm an old fart, so it's to be expected.
I have managed not to, but barely.
Oh, I've hit the points where I'm sitting there dozing and it's like, no, okay, no, time to go.
Yeah, I've been at the point where I turned it off. This is when I used to live in a different area, and I actually had my computer in my bedroom, and I turned it off, turned around, crawled into bed, and immediately fell asleep.
Yeah.
Keep left.
I mean, let's face it, I'm twice anyone of your ages. I'm an old fart. I'm surprised I actually put in the hours that I do half the time.
We are too!
But then again, I've been messing with the technology since before there was such a thing as a home PC.
Yeah, we know. You coded the game onto floppy drives, then play later.
Yeah, no. Tapes. Cassette tapes.
Right, that was the dawn of.
And you
I forget
learned
that
you-
there was that point of where you had the cassette tape go into your computer, not just the stereo.
Yep. And I mean, we've all probably heard what a fax machine sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got to know the sound of what was going right and what was going wrong when it came to loading your tape back up, and you could actually tell if it was faulting or it was loading incorrectly just by the sound that you were hearing.
Yeah.
Pretty scary. Is that fucking?
I mean, let's face it. Things that, you can tell people's ages just by playing a sound. Just even go back as new as like Windows 98 machines like that just rev up the disk ladder spins and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like kids nowadays, I almost want to sit there and set up to build a computer for the kids where it's intentionally on the slow side of what like my first machine was. No, now it won't never be that bad because
Why does it take 10 minutes for Minecraft to load?
If you can't even get it to load, good lord. Depending on the computer you get.
well, you can't even go as small as like a dual core CPU anymore. The worst you can
No,
do is a
you
4.
Yep.
God, I wish
And I
we still
remember
had
the
our-
single cores.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wish we still had our old G2.
Heck, I still remember
I wish I had my old 100.
with RAM being measured in the megabytes.
Well, yeah.
I remember RAM being measured in the kilobytes.
I wasn't that much into computers at that point,
That's
so
like your Commodore 64s. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I started on. Commodore 64 and a Texas Instruments and a TRS-80. They were before the home PC. And the Commodore 64 was called a Commodore 64 because it had 64 kilobytes of RAM.
Yep.
And at the time it was released, it was one of the most advanced.
yeah.
But the amount of games that were being produced that had more gameplay than some of the more modern ones, to be honest, all coming out of 64K of RAM.
Keep left.
Well, and a lot of it too comes down to the fact of they didn't play and waste time with looks pretty. They put the time into story RAM.
Well,
Yeah,
at that time we only had 8-bit graphics anyway, so
And the-
looks had a finite
Keep
limit
left.
that you could always push something, and you couldn't push it past that.
Oh, yeah.
like, that is one of the things I will say in gaming that's kind of lost itself.
Yes.
Is the nicer they look, the worse they're written.
The worse the gameplay. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of why I like this kind of loops back around in my apologies for that, but this is
that's
kind of
cool.
why I like Star
Why not?
Citizen is Chris Roberts is part of that older programming group where Star Citizen is like a quarter of the size of Ark, but does so much
Not
more.
much more. Yeah.
It
Yeah, let's face it, I'm actually even older than him, so.
it's freaking simulating a star system.
He's of the age where he remembers the better days and therefore has put it into his game, which sadly enough is one of the things that I hear is very bad with the game industry. If you have a passion in gaming, you can't find work in gaming.
Yeah.
And
If
it's
they
like-
don't want people with passion, they want people who are quick at producing. Holy
Yeah.
crap, 2 Quantanium nodes in the same place.
And it's like, it's really sad, but
It is, yeah.
I keep going back to RimWorld. RimWorld is a game that I have put down I don't know how many times. It has pissed me off to no end, but yet I keep going back because it's still so good.
It's got gameplay. It's got a gameplay loop to it.
And the worst part is it's so simplistic because it's a random gen. It's a storyteller. Its whole thing is every time you start a new game, it's a new story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think that all the big game companies are starting to panic and the smaller indie devs are starting to they have
Rise.
this
Get a
for a
market
while,
share. Yeah.
but they're starting to get a bigger market share now
Yeah.
because people are like, yes, it looks pretty, but this game is terrible.
Yeah.
Not only that, but also indie devs, their games might take longer, but they don't bullshit you, and they end up having less issues even from the get-go because they're usually passion projects.
They
They're
are
right
usually,
in
yeah.
the game.
They, again, RimWorld started as a Kickstarter 10 years ago.
Yep.
They still do not have everything they said they would have on the Kickstarter page, but like when this newest one came out, of all like horror tropes and that, I came blanking on the name, starts with an A, but like people were going back and what haven't they added? Because every time they do a big update and do a DLC, which is usually with the big update,
Yeah. But
it's a
they
couple
haven't
more
added
things.
this.
But it's a couple more things that was on the Kickstarter 10 years ago that they're finally getting to.
Implementing, yeah.
You know, and like even right down to, you know, mods coming into the base game for RimWorld. A lot of the mod developers are like, yes, cool, great, yes.
Totally. Yeah.
Heck,
But
with
because
the
then they
recent
don't
ones.
have to be the ones to maintain it.
Well, but that's it. Look at it though, like Space Engineers
Mm-hmm.
is one that just sticks out to in my head. When Keen did essentially that, everyone was outraged.
Yep.
Everyone. RimWorld does it. Yes, cool, great. But also RimWorld is one of those games too where they're constantly growing their team. And a lot of the time their team that they hire on is from the modding community.
Yep.
Heck, even like Oscar and his team, who's behind the Vanilla Expanded mods, they have gone to the point of from modding to I don't think it's out or it's in early access, but they're making their own game,
Yeah.
and it's it kind of plays like RimWorld, but you're on a pirate ship. So it's kind of a hybrid between like FTL and RimWorld in a sense. But it's the fact of this group started as a modding community, and just because they've been working on the game, they're still working on their mods, putting new mods out, and updating their mods.
Yep.
So, mind you, same thing can be said about other developers where they hire someone on from their community to control them. Not gonna name any names there, Wildcard.
No, that's right. No, we don't name names. What are you talking about?
Don't forget, it's also the same mod author that I remember we were playing, and suddenly they completely changed how the mod worked, and everyone complained about it, and they said tough luck for like a couple of months,
Yeah.
until everyone was still so up in arms about it, they finally changed it back.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, essentially, they wanted to put everything into one thing that was only usable once you got to tech tier, which I get what they were going for, but they took out the progression.
They did.
Now they
And
have
they took
reworked a lot
away
of
the-
that.
And then
They took
turn
away
right.
the most useful parts of their mod
Yeah.
and locked it behind
Turn
a
right.
progression tree that was stupid,
Well, and to be like
personally.
also to be fair too on that, it wasn't fully, walk out in the door and have all the stuff to begin with. Like some of the stuff you were required to get to fuel those things. One of the ones I like the most is they've changed it so the nanny now no longer you don't need honey. I think it was for it before. It's now just runs off the power of your generator.
Exactly. And those were good changes, but it took pressure actually from the community using the mod to get it changed.
Yeah, it's one of those. Some mod authors get an ego.
They do.
Or they have an ego and people don't realize it until something significant changes. You say, and you mention politely that, hey, so it worked better when your mod was this way around, and they respond with
You're wrong.
ego.
Yeah, tough.
Mind
This is
you,
the way I want it to work now.
yeah. Mind you, I can get behind if they were like, yeah, okay, but coding wise, it was bad, and this is how it's been optimized. If they've learned stuff and that's where the changes come from, so it helps them on their end, I can kind of understand. That's that is one of the things that I was giving ASA some grace room with, is they had even come out and say with ASE they were having a lot of problems with even doing updates and adding stuff because they've learned so much and it was so sloppy before that they just kind of had to start new. Now, how much of that is just HR BS?
BS. Yep.
But at the same time, I've seen quite a bit of change in ASE, so it's believable.
I think put it in the right way.
The other one that I really
Keep left.
shake my head at with for a lot of communities is when people get so up in arms about someone taking over someone else's mod because they've essentially abandoned it. Right. Again, flipping back to RimWorld, because really fucking good community. Honestly. There is a mod author, everyone knows them as like Millie or, but like their nickname is the Necromancer of the Steam Workshop.
Okay.
90% of their workshop page is they've taken over an abandoned mod to the point of where they've even had mods they've taken over, and they've said, "Hey, they asked me to take this over."
Yeah.
But like right from the get-go, it's a copy pasta of the mod page, original mod page, but with right up the top with their own little, "Hey, this mod's been abandoned," or whatever. Here's the original.
You see that on Nexus mods quite a lot, actually. A person who is getting out of the modding community, they've passed
Pass the torch.
control of their mod over to somebody else for maintenance and for updates. So they basically forked the mod. Yeah, you see it all the time, actually.
My experience, I haven't really seen it a lot much outside of RimWorld, but I don't really also mod a lot of games or watch that closely. I have issues with modding.
It can be problematic.
Okay, I need a break from Star Citizen. I've been playing way too long. And I've only done one of the shipping loops. And I've been playing for like 3 hours,
left.
and I've only done one loop.
Well,
No, I haven't even finished one.
I was gonna say, you did have, like, you came on kind of as I was jumping off to get ready for stream. So, but then in that, you had Hot Rod get essentially stuck that needed help.
Yeah.
It's also just, like you said, it's just one of those off days.
Yeah. Because I've been sitting around space stations most of the time, just kind of chilling out too.
It's an
Who
Anubis.
said y'all could be in my Discord? Seriously. Y'all don't pay me enough for this shit.
You complain that you have no one to talk to in your Discord half the time, so
Well, it's not my fault that you're mentally deficient. So
as-
what are you ladies getting up to?
as far as I'm aware, Paladin doesn't have a essentially a live area, so
Sure he does. It's called not in Discord. His live area is that little phone icon.
I'm trucking across America again with corn this time.
In the
Lunar.
winter, he's trucking again. Or trucking across the vastness of space.
Apparently, he was just essentially staring out the window of a space station for the last 3 hours.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me.
I've
'Cause, I
almost
mean-
done a loop.
Because let's face it, those space stations, or some of those space stations, have some pretty good views.
They do.
Hot Rod tried to be space mailman and got stuck.
Yeah, it wasn't even his fault. He landed on a landing pad, and then his ship simply refused to move.
You got that issue.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad for him because he's getting all of the jankiness of the jank.
Yeah, it would probably be better for him to play on American servers because he has to go down to California and to LA and then to Australia. Whereas you and I kind of just go onto the main trunk, so he's a lot further away from the trunk that goes down to Australia. So he might be better served going to American servers.
Well, and that's
Yeah,
like,
but
we
I
were
hate
having
to say it,
quite
the American servers are the most toxic.
yeah.
They are, but if they're stable for him, then
Yeah, I know.
It's the problem is though, Lunar. It's that other side of the coin where Star Citizen already isn't painting the greatest picture because of all the issues for them.
yeah.
And you add that toxicity. Yes, it might be more stable for them, but I don't feel like it's gonna add anything. Like it's gonna take more away.
Yeah, well, and
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say that Hot Rod also does have it. I've noticed this in games. He's very much like us. He is very good at accidentally finding bugs.
We're not good at that, I swear.
There have been
Randomly
people-
falls through station.
Yeah, there have been people that are just like, oh no, it's been fine. I've played this game for hours and there's no issues or anything like that.
Or
And
it's
I
like
play for
earlier.
5 minutes and I figure out how to solve it.
It's like earlier, I almost wanted to tell everyone to stop bitching about the fact that the server was dying. The game is... I don't even think the game's actually classified as an alpha. I think it's still in pre-alpha. And... And bitching, oh, it looks like this is one of those games that you just come back in about 6 months and hope for the best and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, you guys realize that this game is not actually even a quarter of the way complete, yes? There's like massive fucking parts missing from this game. It's still under heavily active development.
As in
And you
there's-
guys are sitting there belly aching because the damn server is dying. You know what? Get over it.
And that was
fact
one
that
of
Back to the
Hot
era
Rod's
where
complaints.
30Ks were every 10 minutes.
Oh god, yeah.
I mean, shit. Just get off your fucking little high horses. Oh, the server's just gonna die, and I'm just gonna come back in 6 months and see if it's better.
I spent 6 hours and have 10 mil that I've just lost because that was funny.
And I'm just like, I actually had an entire fucking paragraph typed out because it was irritating me so much. They were just sitting there bitching about it.
And then you had me that was being a fucking smartass and fueling the fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
When someone was like, this is like one of those games you come back in 6 months, that my next comment on that was, yeah, I just came back from 3 years.
And here's the thing, is like, no, and I've come back after a couple of years, and it even with all of the jank, it is much improved. There's still a lot of TLC that needs to be done in a lot of the ships because they have not been improved in those couple of years, but the overall rest of the game is much improved.
Well, and to go back in the rant from earlier with Hot Rod there, where he's complaining about like all the server jank and how they need to fix it and stuff. Our defense point, which is very accurate, is Star Citizen is pushing the envelope. For them to fix it, they'd have to take the scope of the game and drastically lower it.
Yeah, and to the point where like I even mentioned that they are doing things that most game companies had already written off, and are doing things to the point where now game companies are going to them and trying to figure out how they did it.
The fuck are you doing, buddy?
Driving poorly in front of you.
Plotting your demise.
He's trying to merge, but the AI is not seeing it as able to merge, so he's going back and forth essentially.
That is not a problem with the AI. That is the AI being realistic. See, anything.
Maybe? I feel like this is too dumb for even the dumbest person on the road.
Okay. I was on my way to work. I got behind this car that was going about 45 in a 65 zone on the freeway. They wound up merging into the fast lane. I managed to get past them, and it was clear in front of me, so I would occasionally look up through my rearview mirror. And they kind of kept going and scraped along the middle barrier for a couple of minutes.
Almost like they dozed out.
No, almost like they just weren't paying attention at all. They just kind of they went over to the fast lane, and then the corner kind of crept up, and they went thud and back like you would see with an AI and say, "Oh, that's a dumb AI in a driving game." They're a lot more accurate than you think. And there are some really interesting drivers out there.
Well, see, something like that I would chalk to, because I've done it even in this when I'm just trying to get that last delivery and pushing it as like dozing out. Just someone dozing behind the wheel because long straightaway be non-engaging.
It was not a straightaway, and it was where there was a bunch of merging and a bunch of trucks and traffic going through. Yes, it was clear in front of me, but it was still an area where you need to be aware. And it was very clear from the damage to their car that that was not the first time they'd done that. So,
They probably learned how to drive from wrecks.
Oh, we were having that conversation of how I never gone for my G1 yet. I'm sitting here playing a driving game.
Your G1.
My
I think that's what
learners.
they call you. I was gonna say, I take it that's what they call it. They're called up there.
So your G1 is your learners. Your G2 is you kind of know what you're doing, but you need you need some more, learn some bit more, and then your full G is your okay. You should be good on the roads by yourself. Yeah, because as far as I'm aware, it's something like you have your learners and then you just have your full license up. Like over there, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's the time period on your learners? Like how long do you have to have it before you can go for your full?
That one really depends. If you're a teenager, you have to have it for like so many hours of drive time or some shit like that. But you also have to be over 16. So you can get your permit when you're 15, but you can't get your license until you're 16. And then your license, you can get that at any point in time so long as you can pass both the learner's test as well as the drive test.
So here, you can't go for your G1 until you're 16, and that's the written test. And then once you have that, you can't drive on any of the major highways, or like there's a whole bunch of rules to it, like you can't drive at night, and you have to have a licensed driver in the passenger seat. Alright, you can have that, you have to have that for a year, and then so many hours driven. Then you go to your G2, which is your driving test, and that one loosens up some of the restrictions, but like you still can't drive at night. You can go on a few more of like the highways and stuff, but you can't go on like the major 400s, stuff like that. And then after that, I think your full G is a mixture of the two tests, which I think is also a year later, maybe? No? Okay, how long?
Why don't you just put her on the
I was gonna say, why don't
microphone? That way we can hear.
temporarily jump in Discord if nothing else, because you know it much better than I do.
Hop in Discord long enough to explain, then get the fuck out.
Because that's it. We're going off of me and my lack of knowledge.
Okay, so for your G1, you'll get 4 runs and do the test in total. You have to either 8-month course, like little test.
Driver's ed.
Go to school for it, yeah. Then for G2, you can't drive on the 402, and then your G license, you go do the same thing. You do a driver's test, like a drive-around test, and you can go on the 402.
Okay, now here's the most important question. What does the G stand for?
Not a clue.
Never thought of that. Because yeah, it does not.
Because, yeah, I'm sitting here trying to figure out exactly what the hell does a G have to do with the driving?
Yeah, because your M is your motorcycle. Like why is it a G?
I mean, if they're going off of golf cart license, then it would make make sense.
Guzzler?
But no, you guys got some ass backwards shit up there. I mean, like, nothing in Canada seems to make sense. You're fucking crazy up there. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. I mean, you guys' currency situation makes no sense.
Hey, but it smells good. It smells like maple syrup.
I figured it out. General driver's license, so you just shortened it to G.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you must have a CDO, which is a commercial driver's license. So
Interesting. The more you know.
Anywho, Queen, if you want to run away again, you can run away.
I'm surprised she didn't run right off that.
Oh shit.
I am going to be. I just had to finish my products.
Just bloody
I
supermarket.
honestly expected an instant disconnect. Like, I kind of figured she was sitting there with the cursor just hovering over the let me out of this channel. I mean, she doesn't like being in Discord with us anyways, so, I mean...
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, like, let's go find some more knights.
But I will admit, it is funny because it seems like every time I stream American Trucking Sim, we get into those interesting conversations on how things are different.
It's not my fault you fuckers are ass backwards and make no sense. The
It's-
only sensible thing y'all do is the whole Celsius thing. And honestly, the only reason why I say that's sensible is because whoever thought to get the U.S. stuck on Fahrenheit, or as other people call it, freedom units or whatever the fuck, what the fuck was wrong with them? They screwed everything up for for that one country to constantly be in a state of confusion over Celsius, Fahrenheit, Celsius. Everyone else uses Celsius because they're like, wow.
I blame the British.
Well, not only that, but two, what is it? 0 degrees Celsius is something like
32 Fahrenheit.
yeah.
It's based off of it was created by
Keep left.
by scientists regarding it, but it's what it feels like, essentially what it feels like to you when you were exposed to that temperature. So freezing, it feels 32, whereas if it's 0 in Fahrenheit, it's really freaking cold. So, I don't know the exact, but from my
What you're saying is we shouldn't be calling it freedom units. We should be calling it feels like units.
essentially. but I'll be honest, I think you're both wrong. We just need to measure everything in Kelvin.
Oh, God.
You had to go there, didn't you?
Well, then we know that if something is 0 degrees Kelvin, then something has gone horribly wrong.
Lunar,
Queen broke
what
it.
would be 20 degrees Celsius in Kelvin? I'm generally curious.
Well, I mean, that's what you get for playing Supermarket Simulator or Supermarket.
Let me see here. 0 degrees Celsius would be 273.15 Kelvin.
Yeah, see, that sounds like I should be able to cook something on the road at that temperature. In Kelvin.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's because our brains have been conditioned one way, whereas that would be completely different.
Well, yeah.
That was normal for us.
Well, and that's the thing that's kind of funny is because anything that you go to cook, even like over here where we just use Celsius, anything cooking-wise is in Fahrenheit.
The fuck?
Yeah, our stoves and all that, it's Fahrenheit. So when we go to cook like chicken burgers, it's set their stove to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes flip, then 10 minutes. The only thing that uses freedom units over here is cooking. You temp food, it's in Fahrenheit.
Oh yes, it was a physicist, a European physicist that came up with Fahrenheit. Oh, it was established as the freezing temperature of a solution of brine. Okay. So basically, it was based off of essentially humans. That's why it's based off of brine. So it's how it feels to us, essentially. So that's where it came from, because I'm looking at it right now. It's a solution of brine made from a mixture of water, ice, and ammonium chloride.
I might be playing gas tank roulette here.
Huh. Well, you better feel shit for playing that game.
To be fair. Okay, we're not going to keep that one because apparently that one is now claimed. Nightbot, we are not going into Crab Rave because that one has apparently been claimed. That's actually copyrightable now. But to be fair, with my big rig, I might be very low on gas, but that's still probably a good 100 liters. 50 liters.
Ooh. I found another temperature scale I didn't know existed.
Uh-oh. What is it?
I found
Pancakes?
Rankey and R-E-A-U-M-U-R.
Can we just flip
can't say
back
it.
to Ranky? I'm sorry, that does not sound like a temperature scale. That sounds like a stink scale.
Rankine is an absolute scale of thermodynamic temperature named after the University of Glasgow engineer and physicist.
Someone that slapped their name on something. They just got
It's their last name. I do apologize to anyone who ever sees this video that knows who that is. I cannot pronounce that name. Who proposed it in 1859.
I mean, end of the day, we are sitting here. We might butcher some names, not out of disrespect, but we are also sitting there informing ourselves of new knowledge and others of new knowledge. So therefore, I feel like it kind of gets a bit of a grace off the grounds of it's not ignorance, it's just different cultures, different pronunciations.
It's a very funny way of saying, haha, funny name.
Kinda, yeah. But it's okay, because we already know that Rex is brainless, so it's fine.
Oh, I am pronouncing it incorrectly. It's Ryujin?
Continue straight.
Is it bad that my brain just went to Street Fighter?
Lunar, you want to send me the names, please?
That's what I was gonna say.
Be aware,
You can.
If somebody else can pronounce it.
it's Wikipedia, so.
Keep left.
Where
And
should I
then turn left.
And just damage us.
Okay.
I mean, you could always.
Make a U-turn.
Or down
Keep our
without
enemies
leaving mark,
guessing.
never mind. Like maybe put it in the text
Make a
chat and see
U-turn.
what the bot
Keep
says,
our enemies
but I
guessing.
don't think it would. Would that work, Anubis?
Not unless we went into it.
Okay, so that's exclusive to those. Yeah, that's what I was asking, more or less.
Doesn't that say Rankin?
If you look, it says how to pronounce it, and I don't know how that phonetically sounds. I am bad at phonetically spelling things. Or sounding. Because it's the R, the combined E and A, and then an N with a J that are combined. K, capital yet lowercase I, and an N.
Keep left. And then turn left. Turn left.
There we go. I put it in moderator discussions.
And no, I think also the other point to be made in that too is the fact that we're not just saying that funny name moved on. We're looking more into it. We're giving it an honest try at the end of the day.
I
Anyway,
may make fun of
it's actually pronounced Redkin,
Redkin. Okay.
or if you're pronouncing it from a European aspect, it'd be Rinkin or Rinkin.
Okay.
What was that other name you were having troubles with?
The first name of the creator.
The MAC.
Yeah. MacQuarren. Glasgow. MACQUORN. I attempt to read it as an American, meaning I attempt to spell it, sound it out phonetically.
Well, and that's also why I bring up the point of different cultures, different ways of things are pronounced. Sometimes it can be as simple as there isn't a direct translation from where they're from.
No, yeah. Well, especially if they use a slightly modified alphabet, it makes it a little difficult. Okay, which letter? There are some out there that actually use a couple of different symbols from a couple of different languages, so it makes it interesting.
The corn.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, his name.
Oh, it's basically the Fahrenheit equivalent as opposed to Kelvin. So it basically it's a Celsius is to Kelvin as Celsius is to Fahrenheit as Kelvin is to the Rankine.
And Leonard, to make it easier for you to understand the pronunciation of his name, he's Scottish.
Okay.
That right there would make understanding the different pronunciation of certain letters and syllables a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Oh god. I just realized NASA, I think NASA for them all of our rocketry have used all of the temperature scales.
And you're just narrowizing this.
Because one of
They
the
kind of
references
have to, if you think about it.
It's just
one of the references is from a NASA book about the SLS.
well, and like, let's kind of look at it in the sense of NASA kind of hires from all over. Like, it's yes, it's the U.S. space. Like, that's their big thing is like the U.S. and other countries too, but they hire from all over. They can get people in from all over. Like, it's not. It may be based in the U.S., but it's essentially, from my understanding, technically the world, because their knowledge is shared worldwide.
Yep, and then proceed to convert everything into Fahrenheit after all of those calculations, so that way the people who use the equipment can read it.
So it's one of those things where, yes, it is American and everything else, but it's so big, as much as it's just kind of one thing, it's worldwide.
Yeah, but very similar to how Fahrenheit is based off of a brine, so is the stuff like that. It's based off of brine, but more on the Kelvin scale of brine.
Yeah.
Rex, I think I'm gonna go kill Bumbass.
Would you hold up? Because at this point we've essentially done the 2 weeks, so Monday would be.
Excuses.
Who are you killing now?
Well, I was gonna go kill Bone Mass, but
On the server.
Rex is like, just wait! Just wait!
But Rex doesn't want you to.
Yeah, I know.
It's one of those things, Calvin, where the server is mainly set up for our Monday stream game.
Dude, we have done it exceeded my level of patience way beyond what it should be. I just want my damn cloak already.
I'm aware.
Which means we need to go to the Mistlands.
But that first Monday there was last minute cancellation, and then this past Monday was round about a Canadian holiday. I don't keep an eye on the chat on the calendar.
Excuses. Oh, and Calvin, I'm on a US server because today AU servers do not appear to be stable for me.
Okay.
I feel like you could have just ended that with our stable.
I said for me because
We've all been feeling it.
I still say the person wants to stab you. Remember, Queen stabbing people makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. It does.
No, it's stabbing people lets you feel the warm and fuzzy of the inside.
Ah, yes, that too. But it also makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Does it?
Just that
Okay.
beautiful adrenaline rush.
Is that what it is?
So, Stabarex.
And I know what you should know. He's AFK.
When isn't she AFK? So, Kaladin, I sold all that mineable, or all those mineables from last night, yeah?
Right.
Or those 2 loads that I refined.
Yep.
638,124.
All that quantanium makes wonderful stuff, isn't it?
Yes.
Pity you're not on the same server as me because I'm sitting here on a cluster of rocks. There's 2 quantanium nodes here.
Well, if I wasn't
This one.
if I wasn't 20 GM out from crew, and if I wasn't in the Karak where it takes like 6 years,
You probably would
I
jump.
was- I would say, well, actually,
The thing is, no, I'm leaving now because this one's 50 SCU in size, 27% quantanium. So it's there. The other one is 111 SCU in size and 35% quantanium. But they're both impossible. So
see, we need 100% quantity.
oh, it'd be nice.
So what you're
I'm
saying
heading back.
is,
Easy
I need to get
peasy
money.
lemon squeezy.
what you're saying is
I'm
I need
heading
to
back
get
to
the
crew
money
myself
to
now, so I can
rent
bounce service.
the prospect for 3 days, and we go tag teaming.
No, see, what I'm saying is 100% quantanium.
Yes, greedy
Shut
boss.
up! Shut up! With 300 SCU.
Keep right.
But,
Then
that
exit
won't work.
right.
let me finish. Super easy to break.
Exit right.
Yeah, but that's
Dreamer.
pointless because we can only hold between 32 and 48 SCU per ship.
If you're using the one thing, the prospector.
Yeah, but the mole's only going to hold 90 something or other, 96 I think it is.
Yes, but see,
SCU.
then we have you fill up, me fill up, Reverency fill up, problem solved.
Someone can't.
No, I want it all. I want it all. And yes, someone could camp it once it's broken, so we can come back for a second run.
Yeah. But tell me that won't work.
I'm afraid it won't, but it'd be nice.
Like I said, dreamer. Nothing but a
was that?
dreamer.
What did I hear? Streamer, nothing but a streamer.
I don't know. Personally, all I heard was a dying chicken.
Yeah, I know. My slinging career never took off. Why do you think I'm here?
Keep left.
Because you're numb from the brain down.
Oh, okay. I also just found out the Fahrenheit scale actually predates Celsius.
Well, of course it does. It's the imperial stuff that everybody did away with.
Dun, 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 dun.
They went over to a more all-rounded decimal system, which Celsius comes into that category as well, even though it's just weird. They just wanted to make it Celsius easy. Boiling water was 100. Freezing was 0.
Yeah, but if you think about it, the way the British think about things, of since they did it first, they did it best. That means that since we did it first, that means Fahrenheit is actually superior. If you go by that logic.
But the British don't think.
Oh, God.
I mean, that is a valid point. I mean, look at Zorak. Nolan's British too, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. He doesn't think.
Sturrock, Crayon, Nolan, that's at least 3 friends of ours that are UK.
Yeah, the thing that gets me the most is, and I've seen plenty of this, is that Britain gets after people for not using the metric system, and everyone makes fun of the US for using everything but the metric system for things. The British do the same thing. If you look in there, they barely use the metric system.
Yes, they do, barely. It's the rest of the world that uses metric proper.
They still use stone to measure things, as in like 15 stone, that kind of stuff.
Stone, pounds, their money is pounds.
Yep.
Whereas everybody else is dollars, because, well... Wow, now that's the first time I have seen that.
Did you just find Anubis's Dream Rock?
No, I just need to turn that off. Do this and do that. No, there's a character name here that isn't Chinese characters.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Oh,
that surprised me.
but kind of
Okay,
going,
now.
looping back to the whole people that we know on that side of the water. Isn't Bug over that way?
Yeah. Bugs, you UK?
Yes, but he's rural and isolated from everyone else, so that's a little bit.
He's a real person, in other words.
It's a hot rod.
Yep. I'm back. Freaking
Don't you threaten us like that.
It's saying it, but I really am cracking like an old man. Thank you, Kaladin. I blame you.
You're welcome.
Sounds like you need to stretch and work out more. Just to keep
It sounds like he's just freezing up over there. Nice. That was well timed.
That was a
I
horrible
actually had this
taste.
sound.
That was a horrible taste, but that's hilarious.
The truth hurts, especially when you get hit over the head with it.
I'm just sad that they have golf clap and not like audience applause. You know,
Oh, hell
the
yeah.
clearly canned audience applause.
You mean the audience applause that they use for every single go?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that sounds like it's only about 4 people. That they kind of lazily
doubled and
layered over
looped.
each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
That clap you know oh so well, just like the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, the clap that's been used in sitcoms since the 70s.
I'm sure it's actually they're still the same soundtrack.
Oh yeah, and I will admit they came up
They're
with it in
still
the
using
60s.
the exact same thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, well,
it's,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
it's probably free use.
Oh, that's
It's
our
probably-
politicians.
Yeah, it's probably one of those sound bites that was created to be freely used by anyone because it took them 2 seconds to make and they just went, but everyone used it.
Yeah. So everybody
Yeah.
does.
Well, still 230 kilometers to go.
Sounds like you need to hit that gas a little harder.
Speed limits.
Fuck them speed
Speed
limits.
limits.
They're speed suggestions.
Yes,
We
but
don't need no stinking limits.
why did that get my brain thinking of Twisted Sister?
No idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god, no, not Twisted Sister.
Well, have you met my sister?
No.
She's pretty twisted.
But now, basically, Hot Rod, all you've missed while you were gone was like usual. We got into very interesting conversations and education. We educated ourselves some.
Yeah, I've dropped into the wrong Discord. I better leave.
I did not realize
Education? What is that?
things like
Edumacations.
the G for licenses, like your driver's license here in Canada. Things for general vehicle license.
Yeah, GDL, General Driver's License.
Yeah.
So it was just.
And here we have an O, which just stands for open.
Which almost
you break
basically
down?
means general.
It does make
Hello,
sense.
Ah, shit. I mean, hi, Hot Rod. How you doing, buddy?
Wow. Fuck you too.
Now, I think the correct response to that is you're welcome.
What can I say but you're welcome?
Somebody shoot him.
Please.
Shoot him, no questions
I think that's
asked.
the second song attempt that he's done.
Badly.
I've got $100 bill for whoever knocks that loudmouth fucker out.
Don't
100.
tempt Queen. Don't tempt Queen.
Free money, man.
Let's see, exchange rate. That would become what? 200, 300 Canadian?
Something like that.
Like I said, don't tempt Queen.
When I say knockout, I mean cold blood Mike Tyson knock the fuck out, bite his ear off.
Got to be at
While
least
you're at it.
unconscious for 30 seconds.
Minimum.
At least.
Which, of course, has my brain going to Five Finger Death Punch.
No, there's no death involved. We didn't say nothing
No,
about
no. Mama said knock you out.
Yep. Hot Rod knew where I was
Death
going.
Punch wasn't the original
Oh, I know.
artist of that song.
Oh? I was unaware
that-
of this.
That song was
Continued
out for a
straight.
long fucking time. I can't remember who the original artist was, but the only reason I knew it was Kangaroo Jack.
But I mean, at the same time, too, I think Land of Confusion is one of those songs that you don't realize is a cover as well.
Land of Confusion, Blue on Black. Like almost all the songs nowadays are recovers or reskinned of the exact same song made from years ago.
Have you heard Johnny Cash's Hurt? And I know it was a cover that he did. But I know
don't
the
think
story
so.
behind it.
The cover he did was so like people do
He-
amazing covers.
He did it justice and he honored it, just like Disturbed's Sound of Silence.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, it-
absolutely.
If what I read
Land
was
of
correct.
Confusion was also another one
Yep.
that served it justice.
Oh yeah. But if I remember correctly, why can't I not remember the name of the band? It was one of the big bands that did Hurt originally.
Oh, I can't think of it. I know.
Oh,
who
Nine
you're
Inch
talking-
Nails.
Yep.
They were the ones that came up with it. And then Johnny Cash did it. Initially, they were the original guy that wrote it for Nine Inch Nails was unhappy until he heard it and went, no, it's his song now.
Well, Johnny Cash, he did it so much justice. It felt like a new song.
Well, not only
That's
that,
why
but
Disturbed Sound of Silence is the same.
it's also one of those songs. It's one of those things too, where sometimes that ancient genre can do a lot too.
Oh, yes.
And
It might have been initially released in one genre, but when it's put into a different genre, it actually makes it a different song, but can actually improve it, make it better.
Yeah, it can make it truly shine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Sometimes in a different light. Sometimes you show it in one and it's beautiful the way it is, and then you put it in another and it's beautiful in a totally different
Gone
way.
Gone Away with Five Finger Death Punch. That's a cover, but they did it damn good justice.
It's
in
a
my
cover?
opinion. Yes, Gone Away is a cover.
It's also one of those things where it's already like day and age. There's some things you don't realize as covers because it sounds so
Good.
Fresh.
good. as the cover, you don't realize, like, it's one of those things too where, like, I've heard the original of Sound of Silence. It doesn't hit the same. I don't care for it.
No.
I prefer Disturbed.
It needed that heavy metal gravel that
It
Disturbed brings
needed
to
that
it.
that
It's
Disturbed
kind of
has.
it's kind of like
I think it also needed that, like, emotion behind, like, Disturbed
Yes.
puts a lot of emotion
Yeah.
to, like,
Yeah,
where
the Simon and
Gone Away-
Garfunkel song is very good, but it's too
Even-
eerie almost.
Well, and even they said themselves,
In
from what I
comparison.
understand, is they feel like they did the cover, not the other,
Yeah, not the other way around.
Yep.
which in itself is a huge compliment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
But, like, also too, going back to the Five Finger Death Punch, Gone Away, from my understanding, a lot of them served, so they've got
lot
that
of them have
experience, so
served.
they've got that feel. That's one of those music videos I can't watch dry-eyed. I
A lot of them
always
served, and they do so much for our veterans and the Wounded
Yeah.
Warrior projects.
like
all
it's
that.
it's one of those things where you can't fake it.
Exactly. They're what I'm seeing with them is when they bring that to the whole. Like, I'm trying to put it into words. Just because of them serving and what they do, it puts so much more emotion
left.
to that song
Yep.
It's one of
than
those
what
things.
the original artist did.
I think where you're looking for is it's one of those kind of things that they tell you to use in acting that a lot of people don't like,
Keep left.
of pulling from your trauma to pull the feeling, but
Yes.
they don't pull to disrespect, they pull to honor. Where a lot of people are pulling for emotion to act out like a scared scene or a traumatic scene where they're crying. They're disrespecting those memories. It's honoring those memories. It's honoring those losses.
Keep
It's
right.
honoring
in,
that
turn right.
pain.
Okay,
It's
you want to hear something
channeling.
funny though?
Turn right.
Take a wild guess at who the original artist of Gone Away was.
Keep right.
No clue at this point.
The Offspring.
Is it?
Yep.
Which means in my Spotify playlist, I've got both the original and which the Offspring one sounds weird to me. Like,
Continue straight.
There's always going to be songs like that, like Zombie. Bad Wolf was the cover, but they brought so much more than the original artist, who I can't think of. I think it was like Cherry something.
it's just that's one of those ones too where I've got both because they redid Zombie. But that one, I like the cover of. I love the original, but I also like the cover because the story kind of behind it. She passed a week before recording, and they still went through with it. But like
But you
they
could feel the
modernized it
emotion
and
behind
yeah,
it.
they modernized it without losing the emotion.
Yep.
And that's something that a lot of bands don't pull anymore. There's no emotion behind it.
They're doing the cover to do the cover. Whereas
Exactly.
the bands that we mentioned or the individuals such as Johnny Cash, but the people that do the covers that do it justice and either do it so well that people now consider it the main one and not a cover, or they do such an amazing cover that while it's still the same song and the
It
other
takes
artist
off.
did an amazing job, it has its own body to it, its own.
Well,
While they
Continue
still
straight.
put the emotion behind it, they put their own twist on it,
Yep.
which makes it their song.
Keep right.
Yep.
and it's also kind of looping back to where you're talking about like modern artists and how a lot of people like go to the shows and like almost dislike the artist from going to it, where before they would love it. It's people have lost the respect, and like they do it to get rich. They don't do it to create a feeling, create a memory, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Hell, I knew it was jump ship. Mind you, because probably didn't want to interrupt on the conversation.
More than likely.
Oh, good. Oh, they're probably going over Star Citizen stuff.
Yeah. And it's such one of those deep conversation pieces where it's just out of respect.
Yeah, they're probably doing mining together. So.
Yeah. But no, it's
And I am actually going to head out as well. I
Well-
have dinner to make and stuff to take care of. So.
well, before you jump ship there, Lunar, because I just finished that delivery, which is kind of what I was waiting on. Thank you guys for joining in.
Yep, no problem.
It's muchly appreciated, and like in times like this, we get into some deep shit. Like it's interesting sometimes where the more chill games get the more interesting conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Alrighty, but you guys have a good one.
yep,
Yep, I'm gonna head down there to
I-
Nevis and Paladin for the mining.
yep. I'll be there in
Because
a
I need
few.
money.
I gotta do the wrap up bits.
Alright,
Yeah, you guys have a good one.
take it easy, Luna.
Yeah, guys. Like I said, we're gonna wrap it up here. We will be back tomorrow night, 6 p.m. EST. Tomorrow's Friday, which means Void Crew night with the community. Let's kind of see what kind of shenanigans we get into. But till then, guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, follow, push all the buttons. Heck, join the Patreon. Definitely join the Discord. And we will see you next time. Bye.